Hello and welcome to this episode of TGIG TV Reviews with me, GreyHunter, and in this episode we'll be looking at episode 6 of Strike Back Shadow Warfare. So last time we saw Locke get taken in their firefight at the airport, and the team hasn't got any leads at this point, but we do see that he's been taken to some sort of industrial complex and he's being forced to dig his own grave. Just a little bit grim. None too surprisingly, terrorists don't take that well to SAS.
Oh, I don't suppose you've got somewhere I could freshen up. I take it that's a no, then?
Richmond has a lead, a fellow named Masawi. Kamali has arrived and apparently knows this guy. He works for Al-Zahari as a fixer of some sort. The Russian assassin is in Budapest as well, and receives a call that Scott and Stonebridge are in town. This one's going to be fun. In the middle of digging his grave, Colonel Locke struts his stuff, taking out the two guards. Unfortunately for him, McKenna's around and stops him. The incident almost leads to a shootout between the Arabs and the Irish, which was probably what Locke was going for once he realized he wasn't getting away. Unluckily, the Arabs now want to make sure for definite that he doesn't know anything. Posing as a rich, brainless American, Scott goes to the car dealership. Apparently the Russian hitman's been following them there. Scott and Masawi have a chat and get into the car. Masawi thinks Scott wants a test drive. Not so much. Surprise kidnapping! Locke bargains for time, telling the terrorists that the protocol for the NATO hub were changed on his order. A brave thing considering now they'll torture him for definite. McKenna says she knows a way to get him to talk. Apparently she knows who killed his son. He's still not willing to talk, even with that knowledge being part of the bargain, so instead they stick a piece of metal in him. Scott's version of interrogation is interesting, testing car safety features, such as brakes and whether or not the car has airbags. The Russian strikes just as they find out where Locke is, but Scott has a rather interesting way of finding out if they can get to him. Rearview mirrors are useful for more than just watching traffic, apparently.
You see him? He's jumping out. Here he comes, Mikey. He's coming toward us. As soon as he changes... Go!
Kamali tells them about Ulyanov and that he's the one who sent the assassins. Scott is rather amused, actually.
You're fucked then.
I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Why am I fucked?
You shot him first.
Well, you shot him as well.
Yeah, but I only shot him to make sure he was dead. You shot him first, so all the evil elves are gonna come after your ass.
Yeah, it's elves, not elves.
The Irish load up in 3 vans heading away from the factory. Not that it's going to help Locke all that much. The Arabs have decided they want to make a death tape featuring him. Unfortunately for the terrorists, the team have arrived and they're preparing to bust Locke out.
They're here.
In a last stand, the Arab leader tries to hide behind Locke. Scott doesn't have a shot, but Mikey manages to get one from the side, even with his dodgy vision issues. The Irish are parking the vans at different places around the city. It would seem they plan to attack the embassy, though the team doesn't know why they'd target the embassy to get to NATO. Turns out, the surprise in the back of the trucks are mortars. They're too late to stop the first mortar launcher, and the embassy gets whacked hard by it. They split, Scott going for one of the vans, Mikey and Martinez going for the other. Scott manages to stop his through some good shooting and some convenient roadworks, but Mikey and Martinez aren't so lucky and Richmond gets injured in the barrage. McKenna and her people move into the embassy disguised as rescue services. It would seem the consul has NATO hub access in the embassy basement, and his assistant had access to it. One of the disguised Irish gets grabbed by Scott and Stonebridge to help Richmond. She tells Stonebridge about the access hub, and Locke saves Mikey from a bullet to the back of the head.
I guess that's you, me, even.
Unfortunately, Locke's order to change the access protocols didn't come quickly enough, as the data they needed is downloaded to a secure drive. A firefight starts in the basement, grenades forcing the boys to keep a distance. McKenna stays behind while the other guy runs, but Locke is on the prowl with his pistol. Surprise, you crazy bitch! Locke is one cold bastard playing Russian roulette with McKenna for the name of the man who killed his son. She says she can let him actually speak to the guy who did it, and reaches into her pocket for her phone when Kamali drops her. Turns out that, unsurprisingly, she was going to shoot Locke rather than help him. Scott bumps into Stonebridge and Martinez in the back of an ambulance. Stonebridge had gone for some painkillers, but of course Scott had a hard time being serious.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt. I know what it is, dude.
For Richmond.
It's all good.
Yep.
Uh-huh. All
Okay.
right. Be gentle.
Yep, good talk.
Been a long time.
Great, that's good.
He's not the talking type, right?
Oh, no, Damon, he is the soul of discretion.
Locke comes for a chat with Mikey. He wants to know if being able to kill the man who killed your loved one helped. Mikey says yes, and we get a bit of a rare insight into Locke. He's afraid of giving in to the anger and letting go of his control. They do know where the drive went at least, deep into Russia. This one is going to be interesting. Scott, meanwhile, has gone to get the diamonds valued. Turns out they're worth a lot.
Current market, 200. 250.
1,000
Yes.
dollars.
Yes. How many do you have?
That, my friend, is a secret.
So what did I like about this episode? Well, look, basically, everything truly great about this episode was Colonel Locke's parts. Robson Green plays him brilliantly, and when he's talking about his son, it looks like it really happened, but he also manages to play the stern military man perfectly. Kamali as well. He's still confusing, and I can't decide whether Dalton was right or not. It could go either way, a lot like the perception of Brody in Homeland's first season. And I think that that's sort of the point. We're not meant to know. Yet.